Welcome back. Indonesia has adopted the fifth generation internet network, or so-called 5G, since the end of May. Technology company from the United States, Dell Technologies, estimates that this technology will boost several industries, including finance.
The applications of 5G technology in the financial industry will enhance the role of financial services in the real economy, promote the development of inclusive finance, and accelerate digital transformations for the financial sector, according to Dell Technologies. Director of Infrastructure at Dell Technologies Indonesia, Adir Genting, predicts that the presence of 5G will make the adoptions of the Internet of Things by industry players increasingly massive.
Tadi disampaikan ada contoh kasus seperti Gojek dengan 30.000 itu sudah menjadikan dia itu sudah bekerja. Tetapi dengan 5G opportunity ini akan semakin lebih besar lagi terbuka. Kita bisa bayangkan bahwa mobile apps, remote banking, kemudian instantaneous services dan credit approval bisa semakin cepat. Jadi credit risk scoring setiap manusia itu bisa dievaluasi secepat pada waktu dia melakukan aplikasi kredit, dan kemudian tentunya menggunakan teknologi AI, machine learning, dan beberapa teknologi lain.
5G technology can accommodate this need because of the speed of data transmission. According to Adir, every user of financial services can be evaluated as quickly as possible. IDX Channel reported.
The application of 5G technology in the financial industry enhance the role of financial services in the real economy and promote the development of inclusive finance. Just like the Dell Technologies said, it accelerates digital transformation of the financial sector. Indeed, global society celebrates the launch of 5G in the world, but still everything comes with history. Therefore, before we talk about the 5G connection, let's see on how cellular technology grows over time. Through the next graphic, in 1995, it was the era of 2G, GSM, GPRS, and H. Meantime, in 2006, it was the era of 3G, or UMTS, or HSPA. And we were migrated to 4G era in 2014, or LTE, and 5G era in 2021, we call it NR. And even though the data is based on Telkomsel data, but all operators mostly use the technology in the same period. However, right now, even though there is 5G network, most Indonesians use 5G connections nowadays. It is because 4G availability across Indonesia. Such high scores reflect the seemingly ubiquitous presence of LTE in the country, which will aid a smoother transition to 5G when the operators roll out their next generation network after 2G, 3G, 4G, and now is the time for 5G to shine. Indonesia has launched the 5G internet network for public use in some parts of the country in May 2021. And I personally have tried the 5G connection, and it is way better than 4G. But to be more precise, first I will elaborate it to you through the next graphic. This is the list of differences between 4G and 5G. Talking about the lag, for 4G, it was, or it is still 10 to 50 milliseconds. Meantime, for 5G, 1 millisecond. And density, 1 million connection per km for 5G. Meantime, for 4G, 100K connection per km. And throughout, 20 Gbps for 4G and 2 Gbps for 4G. And spectral efficiency, 100 bps per hertz for 5G and 30 bps per hertz for 4G. In addition to higher speeds, 5G promises lower latency or lagging, taking the average LTE latency of over 10 milliseconds down to 1 millisecond. 5G can also operate on multiple spectrum bands. This will open a world of possibilities for all sectors, not only finance, but including manufacturing and industry, healthcare, media, transportation, utilities, just to name a few. But when it turns to trade sector, 5G is very necessary. World Economic Forum reviewed around 400 top companies, said that 5G is the most transformative technology in the trade sector. But there are other technology as well. So let's see the detail in the next graphic. This is most transformative technology in trade sector, according to polling of 340 company. IoT in supply chains, 59%, digital payment, 56%, e-commerce, 53%, iCloud, 53%, 5G, 49%, and AI, or artificial intelligence, 46%. We compiled the data from World Economic Forum. Telecommunications operators in Indonesia are competing to roll out 5G services. After Telkomsel officially received 5G services, Indosat Ooredoo also joined the hype. The chairman of the Indonesian 5G Forum, Sigit Puspito, said that it is normal for telecommunications operators in Indonesia to compete in deploying 5G in Indonesia. The main goal is, of course, 5G services so that their business can continue and be competitive compared to other operators. But then in developing the 5G businesses in Indonesia, there are still many obstacles, especially in availability of very limited frequency spectrum. The problem is that Indonesia's frequency spectrums are now jam-packed by television, radio, and mobile operators. To see the detail, let's see the next graphic. So far, the available spectrum as much as 737 megahertz, means time for spectrum allocation for 5G deployment as much as 2,047 megahertz. We compiled the data from Ministry of Communication, and Minister Joni said that the mobile operators need spectrum allocation of at least 2,047 megahertz across the various frequency band to support 5G deployments. However, today the government has only allocated 737 megahertz for telecommunication operators. That means the government must reallocate the spectrum of 1,310 megahertz, almost double the current capacity, and renegotiate the spectrum usage terms with their current holders. Indeed, it is a big job, but Ministry has set a guideline that the government will use the spectrum optimally and use it for industrial interests. And with the support of 5G technology. Stay tuned on Market Headlines because we'll be right back after the break.